I'm Marin. I've birthed 10 kids and been a midwife and business owner, choosing a high-stress lifestyle. I realized that I needed a major change and wanted fun in my life. I gave up pretty much everything, and divinely, life led me to surfing. The ocean wants to teach me, and I'm totally here for this transformation of body and heart. Join me as I ride the waves of life. Our local beach is what it is, but I can finally catch some good waves there as I improve. I am definitely improving in so many ways, and I am reminded once again that surfing is not just standing up. It is so easy to think it is because that is really all we see or notice when we watch someone surf. But I am learning all the ways that surfing is learned, and most of them are invisible to the average eye. Very, very little is actually about getting up, but that is for sure the most fun part. I am just figuring out how much there is unspoken that I can feel and not even find words for. Maybe I don't have the vocabulary yet, but feeling the ocean, describing the waves or the way they feel coming under the board, it's like a language I don't quite know yet but can sense. It's one way that surfing is so deep. There is so much below the surface, much like the ocean. Truly one of the longest rides of my life here today. I had this thought as I was exhilaratingly riding the wave that I was also thinking about the next moment rather than being present and feeling my body. Yes, one must look ahead or in the direction of flow and ride. But I found myself wondering how long the ride would go on because then I would have to paddle back. On one hand, this is just the way humans are. We sometimes can't be present because we are always in the future or the past. This is my challenge. Ride the wave for the sake of enjoying riding the wave, not because of what might come after. The ultimate metaphor for life. Enjoy the ride. No surfing today because I am picking up a new, to me, rescue dog at the airport. I found this elderly dog online through a rescue on the Big Island, and it all worked out so easy and smooth to adopt him. I know he is my dog. I could tell it in his eyes. And while he is not Oz, he will be perfect for us and the needed energy in our family. I've named him Silas, and his name came as soon as I saw him for real. Silas means prayed for. And while that might seem dramatic for a dog, he was very much thought of and asked for, as we experienced the loss of our Oz going to a new home last month. Silas is such a beautiful and calm soul, and I love remembering and being reminded that I can trust the divine flow. It always works out. And in this case, we all win. Silas has a new loving home where he will be extremely cared for the rest of his days, and we have a calm and sweet boy to fill our hearts. Today, we visited the beach with a surf break on the military base with my sister's family. Wow, I have never seen waves like this on this side of the island. It was like the North Shore, but here. Huge barreling waves out back with that crystal clear look the North Shore has. Fascinating to watch, but not for us to surf. Part of me wanted to try to eke out a spot on the inside, but the current was crazy, and I think it would not have been a positive experience. The guys out back really knew how to surf, and they were still getting pummeled. It was so cool to see them navigate the sets, and even where they paddled in and out, which was all the way to the side near a rock ledge. One day, I will be ready for waves like this. I can feel myself being out there in some ways, and it's just one thing at a time. I really don't know yet the force and power of being in the ocean. This was an amazing, inspirational day that was #goals. Headed to a lesson today, and I was reflecting on how when we are taught or mentored, we actually receive all the energy of what that mentor or person has learned and experienced. In other words, we can't get away from the experiences other people carry and bring to us in their teachings. I love this about life and about surfing. I love that my surf instructor brings what she does, her life and wisdom, and all the people that came before her, even if I don't know the specifics. All of what she brings as a teacher influences me, and my time on the waves, in what I learn and even what I value in surfing. In real life, today's lesson was less about surfing and more about all of the other details that may appear. One was the energy of the ocean. We surfed at the same spot, and just like last time, no one else was out. The reason seemed clear enough today, though, because the current was insane. It's almost like my lesson was actually about perseverance, courage, and strength. I needed all three in large amounts today just to stay on the board and to keep coming back to the place where the waves were. I did catch a few, but barely. And unlike the first lesson, which was so great for my confidence, this one was more focused on my problem areas. One, my T-Rex arms for paddling. A bad and sort of funny habit that I need to break if I want to actually catch more waves and have more paddling endurance. Two, a reminder to cover my head when I wipe out and be more aware of my surroundings in general. I am so glad for the reminders and the humility because, as my instructor said, when you are tired or worn out, mentally or physically, that is when the accidents happen. She's right, and it's about letting go of the ego when you do get tired, but your brain tells you, just catch one more wave. I'm learning about so much more than standing up on a surfboard, and it won't be the last time. I am grateful for the wisdom she shares with me. This beach on the west side, the day before Mother's Day, is not the vibe. Or maybe it was just a Saturday afternoon. Either way, even with tons of space in the ocean, technically, today felt crowded and as if we were packed like sardines. I can't tell you how many times I geared up to paddle for a wave or I actually caught one, only to have a group of people sitting or standing still in the ocean in front of me. By the letter of the surfing law, the one on the wave gets priority. I know this and still feel responsible for not veering into anyone downstream. It did feel annoying though, because it's hard to enjoy a ride when you're trying not to hit people. And ironically, you will move towards whatever your eyes are focused on. However, it did make it clear to me that eventually, and hopefully sooner than later, I will have the skills I need to be in control of my board fully, whether that be left or right, stop or start. I did navigate one spontaneous turn to avoid some lady, but it was nerve-wracking and felt overall less enjoyable than normal. Still, good lessons for me from the ocean, and in trying to literally navigate other people.
Am I in one piece?
What?
Am I in one piece?
As far as I can tell, it looks pretty good.
Never again on a Saturday. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I had to
You couldn't stand up.
divert more times than I could get on because I was gonna hit someone that was unsuspecting. And then I totally did it to people too. Just too many people in one spot. Did you see how many times I had to not get it? But I also shouldn't be looking at people. If you look at them, you'll hit them. It's a catch-22. Because if you don't look at them, you won't see them. You can't just slam into some poor bodyboarder, even though they should be watching out too. Did it look as crazy as it felt? It felt like a circus out there. Like an actual circus.
It didn't look that crazy.
There were just people everywhere. Every time I was gonna catch a wave, there was someone right in front of me. But I didn't hit anybody. Nobody hit me. I was protected. What did I get? 2 waves that you saw?
Couple.
That last one was so fast. I just stayed on my belly because I knew I was coming in anyways, so rode it all the way to shore. It was so fast, I was dragging my legs to try and slow it down. Wow, guys, that was fun. Thank you, ocean. Smell like cheese popcorn. Wow.
It's Mother's Day. I do have a wonderful and amazing human mother. And the ocean is also my mother. I celebrate her and enjoy her waters with my family. I do need to remember to focus on fun. I get way too serious here and want more skill, more technique, more knowledge. But she only gives me a bit at a time. In the meantime, I want to enjoy it more and laugh and be grateful for what I get. I am getting way too focused on the craft of surfing and forgetting why I started this. Fun is needed because the theme has become frustration for the moment. I feel like a sophomore in college. Let me explain. I attended a very competitive and high-stress music conservatory. One of the experiences I had that many other students did too was the humbling of the second year of our training. The first year was hard, but the improvements were so markable and notable. The sophomore year, not so much. I knew enough just to be dangerous, but it hadn't integrated or put all together yet in an artistic way. And some of my abilities actually became way worse for the moment. Of course, it eventually passed, and all the struggle actually produced some grace. I can only hope the same will be true of me and surfing.
Well, happy Mother's Day. Thanks to the ocean. That's our mother. Thank you, Mother. She won't seem to give me more than like 2 waves at a time here, though. It's my ration. I must learn to be patient and to paddle better. That's my goal. These waves challenge your T-Rex paddling skills. I was just so messy today, though. I don't know why. You know, you just have like sloppy days. Like sloppy skills. Oh well. Always room to get better. Saw my uncle friend out there. He said, I thought you were 22. I said, that's a very nice compliment on Mother's Day. Still fun though. I got what I wanted. Some waves. To think last Mother's Day I wasn't doing this at all.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? Like, life is totally different. We got this horde of people here surfing. Oh, thank you.